Firstly, for everybody who's bought Unstoppable Velocity, thank you for investing in the book and for all the wonderful feedback that I had. I just got a beautiful voicemail message from someone this morning just saying that they read it on a plane from Hobart to Sydney, and it just was a profound impact on them. And from time to time I get asked the question, how do you go about writing a book? Well, I think the best book coach in Australia, and for that matter, probably globally, is Andrew Griffith. And I have to disclaimer, Andrew is one of my best mates, but he's written about 15 books. They've all been bestsellers. Some have been self-published, some have been through authors. And it's just amazing. One of the things that somebody asked me, the question is, so how do you go about writing a book? So my book writing process is pretty simple. I obviously gather a whole stack of content over a period of time. And it could be notes on my phone, it could be articles, it could be information, it could be through meditation, through sitting on long plane rides. I gather a whole stack of information. And from that information, I start putting into a folder and I start collating. And then what I do is when I'm ready to write a book, people say, do you start with a title? Sometimes I start with a working title, and I've got to tell you, every working title they've ever had has never been the actual title of the book. And then what I do is I go away somewhere for a week by myself in isolation. I go up the beach or somewhere, just somewhere where I can just be by myself. I can get up early and not disturb anybody and write, and I can have a little snooze in the afternoon and then write again into the night and eat when I want to eat and go for a walk when I need to go for a walk. But my whole purpose is to 100% to be in writing mode. Unless the house is on fire, unless there's something urgent, my EA doesn't contact me. I talk to Christine once a day in the afternoon when I'm having a walk. So I really do isolate myself. And my process is I start putting some flip charts around and start putting some of these ideas and post-it notes on them and really start to just move myself through the process of putting them into category or chunks. And then what I start to see is I start to see a theme. And then I start weaving the theme. And then I get down to putting fingers on keyboards and start typing up. And I do a whole week, 7 days of doing that. And I pretty much break the back of it before I come back and start reworking some chapters. So that's how I write a book for those people that are interested. But I think the one real key thing is if you're going to write a book and you want to turn that book into a money maker, then make sure that you get yourself a good book writing coach and make sure you understand what's the best method for you to be able to make that all happen. And stop talking about it and do something about it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now. And thanks, by the way, for the question. I really appreciate it.